Hey everyone, it is day 13 of 3131. That is Raina hanging out over here, having some fun with me, and actually had the wife with me for a little while too, but she decided to leave right towards the end of the movie. And today, yes, I know that is dirty and that needs to be cleaned over there. But today's movie, we are going to Japan, and we are watching one of my favorite ridiculous films of all time. And yes, also, I know my hair is a goddamn mess. We're watching Tokyo Gore Police, and oh my god, is this one of the best, so bad it's good films of all time in all of Japan. I absolutely adore this movie. So what is the main plot of this film? It's hard not giving anything away in this movie, and I'm probably going to do a little bit more of a spoiler type of review on this one, because I really want to talk about as much as I can in the allotted time that I'm giving myself for these little mini reviews. So Tokyo Gore Police is about a girl who witnesses her father's death. In the beginning of the film, she's remembering it as it is, and he's a police officer, and he gets killed, gets assassinated actually, and yeah, by some late guy, and it's really, really gory, and she becomes a police officer, and they fight these people that become these creatures called engineers, and engineers are basically like the amalgamation, or have like killer DNA inside of them in form of these keys, that turn them into these grotesque monsters, either by limbs that they have that get replaced by something else, by weapons, or whole body parts. A lot of body horror exists in this movie, from a lady that her bottom half becomes like an alligator. That's probably the most iconic part of this movie, is when you see that for the first time. Or the guy that after he has his dick bitten off, which you don't do to a dick. Well, in certain situations, maybe it might be okay. But in other situations, it's totally not okay. And then he gets a giant fucking phallus gun for a dick. It is absolutely ridiculous. And basically, you know, she's a part of the police force that's been privatized, and goes around, and she's like the best engineer hunter that the department has killed over 50 by the time that we get into the film. And she's trying to learn the truth about her father's death, right? And also, you know, try to hunt down the engineers, because she thinks that the engineers are the ones that have done this to her father. And the story itself unravels itself into an epic showdown that is really ridiculous, and involves a guy shooting like some type of adrenaline into his body that makes him fly around with his own blood. This movie is a gorehound's delight. It is just ridiculously gory, from the engineers themselves to the deaths that happen in this movie, limbs flying everywhere, people taking chainsaws to the mouth. It is just all over the place, and it is absolutely fantastic. And what makes it really fantastic is that everything is practical effect, and the practical effects hold up pretty well. I mean, this is an older movie. It's from the early 2000s. And there is some CGI in it that's kind of cheesy, kind of terrible, but the costumes are great. The gore is great. It is over the top ridiculous in everything that you have to see in this movie. It's currently streaming on vrv.co, and let me tell you, it is streaming for free, but it has a ridiculous, and I mean ridiculous, amount of commercials, and they were all the same goddamn commercial every time. You know, if you want to know about MS treatment, and MS medicine, then this is perfect for you, because that's all the commercials that I got the entire fucking time. Every single time there was a commercial break, and it breaks up the movie terribly. That is the negative of watching on this. There's so many ads, and the ads are just in the most ridiculous spots. Like the last one that happens right after the final battle finishes, and there's like less than a minute left in the movie after you do it, and you have to sit through 30 seconds of commercials to just finish the last minute of the movie. Like, why put it there? I don't get it. But it still doesn't deter the fact that this is so much fun, and that you will laugh, you will smile, you will, you know, get a little emotional as I think it's Rika, that why can't I remember her goddamn name after I just watched the whole fucking movie? But like it starts off ridiculous, and it just gets even more and more. I mean, the first time that we meet her and she's going to fight one of the engineers, she uses a bazooka to launch herself to the top of the building to go fight this guy that has his arm got shot off and then was replaced with a chainsaw arm, like he's straight out of fucking Splatterhouse, and he's coming to attack all the police officers there with he can launch the chainsaw like at people and then pull it back. It's so ridiculous. Everything in this movie is way over the top and just a lot of fun. So if you get a chance to watch this movie, please do. This gets a 5 out of 5 crocodile vaginas out of 5. I was 5 out of 5 out of 5. Yeah, because my rating system has to go higher than it even does. So it's definitely worth a watch if you get yourself and you find yourself that you need to watch something from Japan that has a ton of creatures, has a lot of great body horror, and a lot of great gore. Please go watch this movie. From just, like I said, the ridiculous fights to the ridiculous story. That part of it doesn't make sense, and it does get a little slow towards the beginning, end of the second act, beginning of the third act, but it still is like so over the top that you'll still laugh at everything that's going on there. So it's definitely a good time if you have the chance to watch this movie. So we'll see you again tomorrow with another one of these 31 and 31 little mini reviews. See you later.